Hello, and thanks for joining us for the 2024 Holiday Homes Recap. I'm Reka Mutteraj. This year, our Holly and Jolly team was out in the field, taking in so many winter wonderlands all of you created. Holiday decorations so over the top, they transported us into another magical world. Let's start with the home in Kingwood, where kids could send letters right to Santa.
We are here in the Forest Cove neighborhood, in the Kingwood neighborhood. It is our first holiday home tour house, and it is a beautiful, gorgeous, over-the-top classic with archways of lights, with Santa, with the classic reindeer, the white lights on the grass, and Jacob Lewis is the guy who's responsible for the lights. Jacob, what I also love what you've done here is all of the white lights in the grass. It looks like it snowed in Houston.
Very good. That's the effect we're going for.
And you got it. Let's see, I'm trying to think. 2004, we actually had a little bit of snow.
I did. I remember. I lived out in the country then.
Yeah, that was amazing, right? That is very unlikely to happen this year. So I appreciate that you put the lights out here. You've also done the walkway in lights and the archway in lights. Tell me about that.
Well, you just build a frame to the size you need.
Is that all? That's all you have to do.
And you just simply zip tie lights to it. It's simple as that. It might take 10 hours to do, but it's really that simple.
So 10 hours to do that. How long to set up like everything, including the roof and the snow in the yard and the trees and the Santas?
Total time all in, you're probably talking 7 to 10 days.
Wow.
Working about 8 hours a day, so I probably have 80 to 100 hours in all this.
About 80 to 100 hours in this. And again,
it's a full-time job. It's a full-time job.
And do you told me earlier you haven't blown fuses?
Not yet.
Yet. Is this, you've been doing this for 5 years. Have you been adding on each year, something new each year?
Yes, I like to push the limits of how many strings I can plug together and still have lights on in the house and out here.
Yeah.
Before they have to turn the auxiliary power on, or until they say, no, you can't put any more out.
Yeah. Or until the power company comes out and says, excuse me, sir, you're drawing a little too much current.
Exactly. But until that happens, I will continue to make it bigger and better.
Yeah, and this is wonderful. I love this. We were talking earlier, I remember being a kid. I grew up in Ponderosa in the Spring School District. There was always one or two houses that were over the top like this. Man, this means a lot. It means a lot.
It does. I've always wanted to do a big Christmas display, and with the support of my loving wife, she encourages me to do this and make it bigger and better each year, and this is the end result.
All right, so these are the two responsible, Jacob and Nicole, and Jacob does all of the lighting work. You tell him what to do, right?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, and he does it. I know how this works. But Nicole, you are in charge of a part of this display that is extraordinarily important to the kids, and that is an actual mailbox that kids can put letters in, and they go to Santa and they get responded to.
That's correct. That's correct. Last year in this neighborhood, I hear that Santa wrote almost 500 letters back to kids.
Yeah, Santa wrote 500. Santa responded to 500 kids. I wonder how much work that takes.
I would hate to imagine, but I'm thinking a lot of late nights and probably a lot of help from Mrs. Claus.
Can you imagine being 6 or 7 years old, writing a letter, putting it in that mailbox, and then getting a response?
What's amazing is we have a Facebook group, and a lot of the parents post pictures and videos of their kids opening the letters and sometimes reading them. And for me, that's what all of this is for, is just to see the joy in those kids' eyes.
And you realize those memories are going to be up forever. Those little kids are going to be looking back on that as adults.
Right, for sure,
exactly
And then hopefully they bring their kids.
Yeah, that's got to give you a real sense of community and joy. And how does that make you feel?
For me, it keeps the magic of Christmas going, right? Our son is in college, and so for us, this is a way for us to keep that Christmas magic going.
Right, mine are in college and post-college, and I know it's like, I miss my babies in Christmas time, right?
Right, and Santa and all that magic that you see in their eyes.
You found a way to keep it going forever for these families. Speaking of these families, hey, neighbors and families, how are you guys doing? All right, you, come here. No, I pointed. Come on. All right. So tell me why this is so important, so great, and how much you guys enjoy this whole thing that the Lewises are doing.
So I live on the same street. I get to drive by this every night on my way home, and it just puts me in such a festive mood.
Right, doesn't it? I mean, that's one of the best parts about this is the festive mood.
It's so beautiful and wonderful to look at, but then the mailbox. Yeah. And the fact that, you know, the kids can walk down here, my kids for years have walked down here and mailed their letters to Santa. And the fact that Santa gets to write back to them, I mean, it just makes such a magical time for them. It's a really special. I
can't imagine being a kid and not only just putting a letter in that mailbox knowing it's going to Santa, but getting a response back. What does that mean to you?
Yeah. So as a parent, it means so much to watch the kid's face light up and see that joy of the Christmas spirit. And that's what it's all about, right? And trying to get that memory in their heads, this helps us make that happen.
Yeah, it's just absolutely priceless. All right, thank you for sharing all of that with me.
You're welcome.
I think that's pretty representative of how everybody feels around here. Okay, Lewis, just come with me because we do want to present you with a presentation. It's nothing over the top, but it's better than money. It's better than money. Troy, come on over here with the sign. So just as a token of our appreciation and just to say thank you for doing this. You heard what your neighbor said about this. I mean, when people, her kids this is going to be one of the most important things that ever happened to them for the holiday season. Tell me about that.
I mean, if we can just do something as simple as this, or as complex as this, however you look at it, to bring smile to families and kids, that to me is what it's all about. Forget gifts and forget all that stuff. Happiness and togetherness and family is more important than anything.
That's it. Okay, Troy, if you would please put the sign in there. This is just a token of our gratitude for doing the work you've done to keep the holiday spirit alive and growing and thriving. You're our first Holiday Homes recipient, and thanks for letting us come out and spend the evening with you guys. We really, really, really appreciate it. What you're doing it's fun, but it's important, right?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, for the first Holiday Homes tour, guys, that's it from the Kingwood area. Back to you.
Was the day after Thanksgiving, and one family in Missouri City let us into their home to show off their decorating traditions, which turned into a one-of-a-kind visual experience. Great Day Houston's Carlos Hernandez has a closer look at all the magic.
I'm so glad that the holidays are here. We've been waiting for this moment. We're here in Missouri City, part of our holiday homes presented by John Moore, and I got the lovely homeowners here, Anna and Philip. Thank you guys for letting us be here. We've been waiting for this moment all week, and finally it is Friday night and we're here to showcase this fabulous house. I have the $1,000,000 question that everyone's asking. How long did it take you guys to prepare this lovely home?
About 4 weekends, but as far as the preparing and the planning, it's all year. It's year round.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. And right now we're going to give you guys a little tour of everything you can expect here. But you know, what inspired all of this? Because I know it's not just waking up overnight and saying, oh, you know what, I just feel like decorating. I know this comes from a long history here. Where did it all start?
When I was a kid, I looked at the Christmas lights and felt that, you know, that magical feeling. And I said, if I ever had the opportunity to do it for myself, I would do that for myself, my community, and anybody else driving by would get that same magical feeling, maybe spread the joy to somebody else and have them feel the same way that I felt driving by those houses.
Absolutely. And Anna, I can tell you that your home is bringing so much joy. I mean, right now we have a lot of community members and neighbors and people that have never been in this neighborhood before coming out and seeing all the decorations. Now, Philip, I want to ask you here, there is so many different themes, there's so many different characters. What are some of the things that people can find when they come and visit your home?
Well, we have a penguin village right here behind us, and then we got Disney characters all throughout the yard, and then of course we got reindeers and different animals, and then these archways that just line the sidewalk where kids can run up and down and enjoy just going through the lights and seeing everything.
And we talked a little bit before the segment, but you were mentioning the archways is probably one of the newest attractions that you guys have in your home this year.
Yep, we decided to move arches out to the sidewalk, just like I said, so that the kids can enjoy just going up and down them and seeing them. You know, we put them onto a kind of a light timer to where they come on and off and do different kind of features, so they just really get to enjoy the lights and how they go throughout the yard.
Well, I do want to talk about one item over here because this is something that you guys have been doing, again, throughout the years. You've been adding every year, it grows. But there's one item that you guys mentioned earlier, and this is this tree right here. Now, this was originally one of your family members. Tell me the story behind this Christmas tree.
So my Meemaw, she's always loved decorating. We'd go out and help. My mom and dad would come out and say, hey, get out here and help us put this together. We can't do it ourselves. So this was something that she really liked and had for several years. So we ended up, once it went out, we restrung it and just added it to our yard because now she can't decorate anymore because she's not living in her original house. And so now we brought this along with some others into our yard so that it can keep going on.
And Anna, I know part of this exhibit, or not exhibit, but part of this holiday home, there's a lot of characters in here, but there's some that are Disney, and I know you are a big Disney fan. What's the story behind these cutouts that we see in front?
Oh, just wanted that whimsical feeling, that Disney whimsy, you know, that you feel when you walk into Disney World or when you watch a Disney movie. And I wanted to see a train this year. I felt like a train was the way to go, and so we made it happen as a family. He cuts out the pieces, I do the detail work on the artwork, and then my mother-in-law, his mother, Pam, love you, Pam. she paints and also seals them, and it's just a family project that we carry forward. And every year we're adding another piece of wood, another DIY, so that way it could be our own and something that we can put out again the next year.
And I'm going to put you on the spot here, Anna. I know one of your favorite characters that's on this lawn right now. Which one is that one?
Absolutely, by far, the Miss Tinkerbell. Tink, as you can see, she's flying over the train to make sure that it goes the right course.
Well, the great thing about all of this home right here is that no matter where you walk or in what direction, you're going to see a different character. You're going to see a different element. Like you said, you have the arches. We have some puppies on the floor. We got some penguins over there. We got the reindeer. There's even Mr. Grinch hanging out back there in case if anyone's on the naughty list. He's standing back there. Now, that was one of your early pieces, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We made him in 2021, and he's over there up to his usual mischief, stealing the Christmas lights away. So we got to watch out for him.
For someone who's never decorated before, what advice would you give him? Because I'm sure people are going to watch and say, oh, I can do this at my house. How does one even start?
DIY, I mean, videos, there's so many out there, YouTube videos that you can watch to do your own yard art is what it's called, the wooden pieces that are painted. But, you know, start small and build out from there. I mean, our very first year in 2015, we were doing just a few pieces out in the yard, and we just added little by little.
And catch the sales at Home Depot.
That's the secret, making sure you get those after holiday specials. Well, again, this year it's magical. It's bigger than ever. There's a lot of characters. And as we're walking over here, you'll see some new items. You'll see some old items. We see some ornaments. We see some candy canes. And of course, you know, the community just loves this. It brings so much joy. I want to talk to some of those people. We'll get them in a little bit. But before we go over there and chat with them, I want to present you guys with a special word. I'm going to flip you guys over here. I think this is something to be proud of and to, you know, bragging rights a little bit. But because of our friends and sponsors at John Moore, we have a very special sign. So now anyone that comes along the street, they will know that this is part of our holiday homes. So let's give them a big round of applause. This is something that you can only see right here in Missouri City. And now, Philip and Anna, I will let you guys do the honors and plan it right here. So if you guys are driving in Missouri City, you will see that this is, again, part of our holiday home sponsored by our friends at John Moore. I gotta ask, there's a couple more things we're gonna be walking through over here. There's a couple more things I wanted to point out, but our community members, are you guys having fun today? Oh, yeah. All right, I'm gonna ask you a quick question. What's your favorite part out of this whole house?
I like all the animals, like the reindeer and the different variety. Okay.
Is anyone here from outside of the city that drove thousands of miles just to come see the home? Because I know you guys saw this and you're like, oh, I can see this from far away. Was anyone out of the city? Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm going to bring you in over here. Come on over, my Austin friend. Okay, so you guys drove in from Austin. What is this feeling like right now coming out and seeing this magical house?
It's very much like Christmas. I mean, it really brings out a lot of memories from seeing some of the different homes that we'd see, going around looking at Christmas lights as children, driving around in different neighborhoods. So it brings back a lot of fun memories and really enjoy it. So. Now,
I gotta ask you, I'm gonna put you on the spot right here on TV, but is your house as decorated as this one?
No, not a single light on it.
Okay, so Anna, Philip, you guys are listening. He's gonna need help over here. You guys, I think you're gonna have to go over there. Okay. Cool. Anyone else? Okay, I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Is there anything here that stands out that you're like, wow, this is the most magical house I've ever seen?
You know, all the hand-painted decorations they have are really awesome. They really stand out to me.
Oh, no, for sure. I know Anna and Philip definitely put a lot of time into it. Again, this is a whole family affair. Everyone's involved. Everyone's getting their hands on this. I'm going to wrap it up with you guys a little bit. I want to just make sure this is, a special time for you guys. When someone comes out here and they look at this and they see all the lights and they see this feeling, what is that feeling to you?
It's absolutely everything. It's the magic of Christmas that it can bring, just something that you're past. You feel the joy. I feel the joy every time I walk or I drive by. And for someone to also mention that as well, it really makes me feel good. And of course, I always tell him about it. Hey, we got another kid walk by and talk about it, or we'll see it on our camera. If somebody walks by and it happens to go off and let us know there's motion, we see the kids and they're giggling and laughing, Santa, Mommy Santa, or Mickey, Minnie, and it just feels so good.
Absolutely. And I know Santa, when he's driving on Christmas Eve, he's going to be seeing your house from miles up in the sky. Philip, I know a lot of people are wondering, when does the attractions end? When will you guys be putting the lights? Hopefully never, because this is such a magical feeling, but until when will this last?
Until about the first or second week into January. The outside finally goes in, but inside of our house it's still Christmas for a little while.
Christmas 24/7, all right? Awesome. Well, Anna, Philip, thank you guys again for being with us today. This is such a magical home. Again, it brought me joy. It brought a lot of our community members joy as well. We can't thank you guys enough.
Great holiday decor can include a lot of things: lights, inflatables, and massive signs. But another key piece to holiday displays includes animals. We go now to Northwest Harris County's Prestonwood subdivision, where meteorologist David Paul meets Rowdy.
This is Rowdy's bed, right?
Yes, it is. It's his sleigh.
This is Rowdy's sleigh. Rowdy's being very good. Tina and Russell, you guys are being pretty good as well.
Thank you, thank you.
We're in Prestonwood. Your house is beautiful, and I just want to just first of all, thank you for taking the time to do this, to decorate like this, because it means a lot to the neighborhood and everybody who drives by.
It does, and we're proud. We started this, what?
25 years ago.
25 years ago.
So you guys have been in this house for 25 years.
Almost 30.
So then you realize that there are kids in this neighborhood who are now 30 years old who've grown up with your light display going.
They bring their children and they tell us, I remember your house. We used to drive through here.
So tell me a little bit about it. You've got kind of a candy cane theme going. You know what I really love? I haven't seen before, the archwork around each one of the windows. Tell me about that.
Okay, well, that all started with the actual candy canes around the door. And she saw some somewhere and asked me if I could build them. I said, sure, I can build some. So it started with that, and then we did the canes over the driveway. And then we did the frames around the windows. And that's just a piece of plywood cut out and painted, rope lights. And then we did the big peppermint sticks.
It just comes together so beautifully. You can't keep all this stuff in the attic. It won't fit.
No.
We have storage. We have 2 storage sheds in the back, and then we have our boat storage where we put a lot of it.
Rowdy has settled down in his sleigh. He is in his sleigh. Rowdy, first of all, you're just the most handsome fellow. You really are. You're being so good to get in your sleigh for us and perform. We really appreciate it. He's a rescue dog, isn't he?
He is. Yes, he is.
He's just so sweet. Okay, so you guys are no strangers to awards. You've won so many over the years. We've got another award for you. If you would allow us, go ahead, Troy. If you would go ahead and plant the sign for us, Troy. Put it in the light there. And thank you so much for being part of our holiday tour of homes. Thank you, Troy. I appreciate it very much. Yes, sir. Thank you. And thank you to your neighbor. By the way, show the neighbors. Say hello, neighbors. Say hello. Say hello. And Rowdy, get in your bed. Get in your sleigh bed, Rowdy. All right. It's just a perfect Christmas evening here out in Prestonwood. Russell and Tina and Rowdy, thank you guys so much for doing this and sharing it with us.
Yeah, thank you for coming out.
We appreciate it.
All right, guys, there it is from Prestonwood. Back to you in the studio. Thanks, neighbors.
So amazing, but Rowdy is stealing the show in our hearts, right?
Rescue dogs are the best.
Yes,
That's a good dog,
Yes,
Rowdy. Our Holiday Home Special takes us all across the Houston area and beyond, including to a home in the always festive Pecan Grove neighborhood, an area that goes all out decking the halls. David Paul gives us the tour.
Okay, you can guess what we're doing, right? It's our tour of holiday Houston homes. It continues. We are in Pecan Grove. This is Debbie. She owns the place. This is her daughter, Christina. Hi, Christina.
Hi, hello.
And they've invited us to come out and get a tour of what are the more, it's eclectic, it's over the top. Some of it's old school, some of it's new school. And one of the things I noticed right off the bat, I have not seen this before, are you have all the dogs here in the yard, and they have names.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what's going on. What first came into my mind was that it must be you're naming them like you're naming the Santa's reindeer that pull his sleigh, but that's not everything.
No, these are some of the dogs that we've owned. We've got a grand dog back here, which is Hunter, and then this is our current dog, Tucker, and then little pup over here, the little Yorkie, we lost him a couple of years ago. So the rest of the dogs are just, we thought they were cute and they needed to be a part of our family, and maybe we might own them one day.
I think this is so cool. You know, I'm a pet owner.
Yeah.
I usually have a zoo, and when you lose a pet, it's heartbreaking. They're such a part of the family.
Yeah.
What a great way to remember them each year.
It is. It is. It's going to make me cry.
Of course, yeah. I well up. Think of exactly. Okay, we'll get more of that later. But that's a great idea, and I love it. Okay, you've got more going on here. You've also got a penguin theme. It looks like going on back here. Tell me about that.
That's kind of like our penguin park. Christina put that together, and believe it or not, we have more penguins, but we didn't have time to get them all out this year. But we put out our favorite ones.
And we should maybe bring in Christina. So Christina, you're a big part of making sure all this happens. You're responsible for Penguin Park this year?
I am. I love the penguins. I think they're so cute. So when we put everything together, we just imagine you coming down here and using your own imagination when you see each thing on what the dogs may be doing, what the penguins may be doing, and so forth.
I love it. Oh, I should mention, we do have help with the 3 elves here. Yep, 3 elves. Just say hi to the 3 elves. Follow the camera. There it is. This is Elf 1, Elf 2, and Elf 3.
No, Elf 1, Elf 2, and
Elf
Elf 3.
1, Elf 2, and Elf 3.
I'm always Elf 3. I know, Evan. That's such a good thing.
It's hard to find good help these days. It really is. But they're doing a good job. They're a little ornery. All right, Christina and Debbie, come on down here. So more going on here, and really what I see on this side of the yard are a whole lot of sleighs. That must be a theme.
That is a theme, and we wanted to have, you got to have somebody in the sleigh, so we put our extra snowman and, our little polar bear and everything in here, and our other little bear, and so that they can have fun. When me and Christina are out, like over there doing that, what she kind of said, when we're putting something out, we're going, okay, this one is like doing this, and and this one, it's watching, and she says, oh, this one down here, that polar bear, he's waiting his turn so he can get on the sleigh so that, Rudolph can take him off.
There's a lot of thought that goes into this.
It is. Believe it or not, we start probably January. After we take it all down, we start talking about what are we going to do next year, and we have a ongoing list that when we think of something, we put it on that list. So come October, we're like, all right, this is what we're going with this year.
It's a full year commitment to get this house done is what I'm seeing. There's one more really interesting thing here, and Scott's gonna maneuver and turn around. There you go. Yes, was this delivered by Santa's elves? It's a mailbox. That looks very special to me. What's this all about?
We've put this mailbox out for many, many years, and the kids love it, and they can, bring their letters to Santa Claus, and Santa Claus, they all get their letters answered.
That's really cool, Debbie.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Santa Claus is very busy during the year.
Obviously he is. Hey, family and neighbors, come on over here. So, when you have a yard like this, that's special like this one, you get a lot of, and let's all kind of work our way this way. You get a lot of people stopping by. It's a rainy evening, so it's not a whole lot of folks out this evening. Some neighbors are here, but family is certainly here, and that actually is a big part of what you got going on here, Debbie. This, of course, Debbie's a homeowner. Christina is your daughter.
Right.
Daughter number 1. This is grandson. What's your name?
I'm Wyatt.
Wyatt is grandson. We have granddaughter.
Danny.
That's Danny. And then this young gentleman right here. This is your great grandson Thomas.
Yes, I have a great grandson. I'm so excited.
This is his first Christmas.
And it's his first Christmas, yes.
So there's a lot of really cool stuff going on here. Neighbors, can you just give a round of applause for them, just to let you know how much we appreciate and I appreciate the effort. And so if you're in Pecan Grove, elf number 2, here, come stand this way. Oh, elf number 1, I'm sorry, stand over here. If you're in Pecan Grove, you're driving around, look for the house with this sign. This is the yard. that we put on our holiday tour of homes that we felt was really special and worth coming out and sharing with you. Family and neighbors, thank you so much for coming out this evening. We really appreciate you guys. Elves, that goes double for you. Wave goodbye, elves number 1, 2, and 3. Thank you, neighbors. Thank you, family.
Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it.
The holidays are a time where many of us gather to celebrate, and the holiday extravaganza outside one Missouri City home brings all kinds of folks together. Meteorologist Kim Castro shows us all the fun from this one.
Hello, Houston. Have you been looking for the perfect holiday home to check out this weekend? It's almost Christmas. Whoa, look no further. Look at that snowman. It is remarkable. That thing is 40 feet tall, just about. I mean, here, I'm gonna walk up right next to it so you can see for context. I am about 5'8". This thing is gigantic. It's so beautiful. This house is in Sienna. And I'm telling you, even if you live on the north side of town, this is worth the drive. The amount of lights, like the magnitude of the whole thing, tremendous. I talked to the owner. He said there's about close to 1 million lights. And my favorite part is that they do this pretty much themselves. They get the kids involved, they get the neighbors involved. They have one handyman that helps out, but for the most part, they do this all themselves, including this arch. They did the piping themselves, they wrapped the piping. They got some new lights this year, by the way. Those ones that are dangling are new. Everything is custom built, and they plan for this like a year in advance. The owner told me a little sneak preview as to what he's gonna get next year. A roller coaster. I know the kids are gonna come for that one. Okay, so let me show you what we've got here. We've got these trees. We've got these ornaments with spinning balls. These are new this year. The trees were new last year. Not really sure when the candy canes got here, but I do know that they've been putting on this display since 2005. That's when the family moved in here, and what's really cool about it is that every year they add on a little bit more and a little bit more, and every year more and more people come too. Look at how many people are out here this evening just checking out the display. This includes neighbors across the street. Hi, are you neighbors?
Yes.
Oh, how special is this house?
Oh, this is special. We've been here for 20 years. We kind of moved in together almost.
Okay, so you've seen the evolution of it, right? From 2005 when they moved in, every year it gets bigger?
It gets bigger and nicer, and yeah, and a lot of kids and families, they love, you know, stopping by and looking at the lights. It gives you a lot of joy, you know, when you're feeling down, you walk by and, oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah. It's not so bad. It's incredible out there. Oh.
It's like a mini Disneyland.
It is like mini Disneyland. I feel like I'm Mrs. Claus or something. I'm walking into a wonderland, you know? That's how I feel. It's just beautiful. Some other neighbors here, Diane.
Hi.
You look beautiful. You're dressed in the holiday spirit.
Yes, I am.
You said you live across the street.
We
Your
live across the
husband's a
street,
bishop.
yes.
So what's special about this home for you?
Oh, it's awesome. The neighbors are great, and of course we get the benefit of enjoying these beautiful lights every year. They do such a great job over here.
They do.
And we can sit inside or outside
to enjoy
and
the
we
view.
never miss the view.
You never miss the view, and there is so much to see, including the beautiful lights and a gorgeous display of the nativity scene right when you cross the street and enter this front part of the home. We'll get to that in a moment, but first I'm going to talk to Seven, who is, are you the oldest?
I am.
Who's the oldest? kid in the household. Not a kid anymore, but you've been doing this a while with some help. And you know what? How much work does it take to put this up?
It takes a lot of work, a lot of effort. You got to be committed. It takes about 8 hours a day. So it's pretty lengthy, but it's always fun. It puts you in the Christmas spirit. It's pretty cool.
And it takes you how long, all in all? How many days?
2.5 months.
Woo, 2.5 months. And this is because they do it on their own, which is amazing. Your name?
Shay.
Shay. Are you the older sister? No. Are you the younger sister? I can't tell. You guys look like twins. Anyways, we got Shay, we have Brooke, we have Seven. Those are the kids. I'm going to actually ask you guys to come with me and show me the rest of the house. I mean, who knows the house better than you guys? What are some of your favorite parts?
Ooh, honestly, the tree.
Yeah, oh, look at that ginormous tree. I mean, you cannot. That's probably the first thing I noticed. It's humongous.
It's a big focal point for sure.
Yeah, and then I personally love that Santa hanging from the top of the house. That is just so cool. And then there's this sleigh.
I love the train also.
That was new. How long ago?
I think we got that in about 2017. So it's been here for a good while now, but that was actually on Christmas morning. My dad actually brought that out. So it was one of our Christmas gifts. He told us to go outside in the morning when we woke up on Christmas, and it was sitting out here. So it was really cool. And then since then, it's been something that we've added to the display.
Yes. Okay. So we have a couple of neighbors here. Are you a neighbor? No, but you just come and drive by with your family to go look at the lights?
Yeah.
What has been the favorite thing that you've seen?
The snowman and the Christmas tree.
Oh, isn't that so pretty?
Yeah.
Did you get to go on the sleigh? I think I saw you on the sleigh. Was that fun?
Mm-hmm.
Were you sitting next to Santa?
Yeah.
And the reindeer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about Christmas?
About Christmas? Spending time with my family.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that is the sweetest response ever. What was your name?
Hannah.
Thank you, Hannah. You look so cute. I'll be right. You're so sweet. Okay, we're looking at some snowmen over there. We're looking at some Christmas lights. And I promised you the nativity scenes. We're going to work our way down there. You know, the holidays is really important for your family. You talked about making it special, bringing in the holiday cheer, which you really can't look at this house and not feel cheerful because of the lights. We also like to make an impact on the community. You see a lot of folks that are either sick, you know, got a recent diagnosis of some sort. They come here to lift their spirits. And then you have the nativity scene too.
Yeah, so honestly, that's the first thing that we want you to see coming down, because ultimately Christmas, the point of Christmas is to celebrate the birth of Jesus. So that we're a big religious family, and we have a Bible verse right there, and you know, that's kind of the whole point of what makes Christmas special for our family, and that's one of the biggest traditions about it.
Can I get you to tell us your address, because I'm pretty sure everybody's going to want to come.
Yes, so it's 78 Old Woods Passage in Missouri City, Texas.
Gosh, and how many people do you guys get coming through here? I bet you get a lot of cars. How early do they start rolling through here?
So I think we finished the day before Thanksgiving. And then we put the finishing touches the day after, but people start coming on Thanksgiving Day. So that's when we try to have it done by. And it starts out kind of, you know, not slow, but slower than normal. And then by the time it gets close to Christmas, there's cars lined up to the gas station down the road.
We have the music playing. Oh, and a little countdown. How many days left till Christmas?
Only 4, so you guys better come soon and come see it.
That's right, because right after Christmas, even though it takes so long to put up the display, they are efficient as can be, meaning they take the display down in how long, like 2 days?
In 1 year we took it down in 1 day, which was crazy, but usually about 3 days, and it starts the day after Christmas.
Do not miss this. I'm telling you, this is not what you want to miss this Christmas season. Make it special for your family this weekend. It's nice and chilly. Just drive through here, carry some little cup of cocoa in the little thermos in the car. The kids will thank you for it. This is a free Christmas treat, okay? They did this work for you. Don't miss it. Bye.
promised, we'd highlight some of the most stunning homes throughout the area, but we always appreciate something a little different. Our Holiday Homes finale brought out the festive and the spooky. David Paul shows us this unique masterpiece at a home in Richmond.
Well, Pecan Grove, this is Joey and Diane's house, and it is a movie set. An ode, if you will, to the movie Nightmare Before Christmas. And this is maybe the piece de resistance, this little vignette that they've set up here. They've made a shadow box in their yard of one of the most iconic scenes in the movie Nightmare Before Christmas. This is a movie that came out in 1993. Tim Burton did it. He did a lot of other fun movies like Beetlejuice. He did the first Batman. Joey's a homeowner. He's with me here as you look at all the beautiful vignettes he has in the yard. Joey, you and Diane have gone all the way with this.
Yeah, we try to. Our thing is attention to detail with all our displays.
It's a movie set. It's a movie set with all the characters from the movie Nightmare Before Christmas. Tell me why this? Why are you so passionate about this?
Well, it's one of our favorite Christmas movies. It also intertwines another favorite holiday of ours is Halloween.
Yeah.
This is my wife's creation, really, and I'm kind of her workhorse on it. Make everything and put it all up for her.
So she's the mastermind behind this.
Mastermind. This is ultimately her favorite Christmas movie.
It is. It's awesome. What do the neighbors think?
Oh, they love it.
Do they really?
Oh, they do love it. Yeah, they do love it. They come out and they're always asking when are we getting ready to start putting everything up, and it's one of those things that we take Halloween down and I'll leave some pieces out and then I'll turn around and put Christmas up.
I love that you've committed to it. Take another look at this Christmas town. These are hard plastic characters. You're going to actually make these out of cloth next year?
These will actually stay the same, but we're going to change up our mayor a little bit. We're going to add stuff to the crate that we made, and some of the characters you see there on the Christmas tree, we're actually got the frames built for them. We just got to clothe them and get them upright onto some sort of a stand so they can stand out here in the yard. There's some other ones, that little details that we're going to add to some of the Oogie Boogie side over too as well.
If you're just joining us, this Christmas yard is Joey and his wife Diane's creation. It is an ode to the movie Nightmare Before Christmas. Do you know, in 1993, this was up for an Academy Award for Best Animation?
Yes.
Do you know what movie beat this one for Best Animated Picture in 1993?
I do not.
I'll give you a hint. Steven Spielberg. Jurassic Park. You got beat by Jurassic Park. That's a pretty good. If it weren't for Jurassic Park, this film would have won Best Animated Feature for 1993.
Oh well. It's too bad because this was actually better than Jurassic Park.
I think what you've got in here is this is better than Jurassic Park. Okay, we're going to put a sign in your yard. Bring the sign on in here. Joey, congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for inviting us out here and letting us to be a part of your little world. The Nightmare Before Christmas yard out here in Pecan Grove. Our tour of holiday homes concludes with your yard. Thanks, Joey.
Thank you.
So much for joining us on KHOU 11 Plus for our recap of the 2024 holiday homes. We look forward to seeing the next batch of homes during the 2025 holiday season.